Okay, let's start with question 1. Find the coordinates of A. So what is so special about the point A is that it is found on the what axis? Y-axis. At the y-axis, what is the value of x? What is so significant? Value of x is 0. So you write down when x is equal to 0, y has a value of 10. So coordinates A 0, 10. 1 mark. No need working, also can get it correct. Okay. Next, part B. Find the coordinates of point B. So what is so significant about point B? What's so special about point B? Y equals to 0. It's found on the x-axis, right? So x-axis means y equals to 0. Substitute y equals to 0. Solve the equation. Okay, you will have two answers. Whether you use the quadratic formula, whether you use factorization, you will still get the correct answer. There are two answers. You need to reject the negative value because obviously point B has a positive x value. Okay, but if you are writing it like this by factorization, so you're working on part B, you are doing it this way. Press calculator, press y x equals to 5 or negative 2 rejected. Do you see any working? No working, alright. But are the answers correct? Yes, then you write down coordinates equals to 5, 0. Is the answer correct? Yes, right. How many marks is this question? This is a 2-mark question. So how many marks do you think I will give for this? 1. Look at the M1 again. M1 for x values by formula, factorization, or completing the square. Does this show any factorization? Does it show any completing square? Formula? Okay. Do I get M1? No M1. How about the A1 over there?
Yes.
No, you don't get an A1. You only get A1 if you get M1. So how many marks is this? 0. Yeah, it's like that one. Why like this? Because what do you think is the objective of this question? Yeah, exactly. I want to see whether you all know how to use formula, factorization, or completing a square. So is using calculator what I want to see? No, I don't want to see that. So if there's anybody who does this, 0 straight away. But if you're very used to using calculator, you're pro at using calculator already, then how? Just do one step before this. X minus 5, x plus 2 equal to 0. Then when I look at this, I'll be thinking, this person knows how to factorize. Actually, you don't. But look at this, the factorized form, right? So once you write this, I can give you M1 already. Then yes, I can give you A1 already, 2 marks. Yeah. Okay? But not every time you get to do this, because there are some values that cannot be factorized. For example, if by using calculator, a separate question, by using calculator you get x equals to negative 3.15 or negative 7.8. And then with more values, with more digits. And then you remember, Mr. Wong say cannot just write answer. Then you go backwards. X plus 3.15, x minus 7.8 equal to 0. You think I believe you actually factorize it out? No, right? Who in the right mind will go and factorize and try x 3.15 and this is a plus 7.8. Nobody is going to try this. Obviously, you need to use formula to use it to get an answer. Okay, so part B done. Part C, line of symmetry. Line of symmetry is just in between the two x-intercepts. So we found that it was 5 and negative 2. The average, you take 5 plus your negative 2. Yes. Can give decimal. You mean 1.5? Can. It is exactly the same. But, did you write the x equal to?
Yeah.
Who never write? I guarantee somebody never write. Every year, somebody never write. Who? Who is it here? See? Have right? Then how many marks? 0. Why is it so important to write x equals to? Now, it is important to understand why. Why must I write x equals to? It's a line. What is 1.5 by itself? is a number, right? 1.5 by itself is a number. But when I say x equals to 1.5, it becomes an equation, it becomes a line. What line is that? It is a vertical line. So you must understand why we want you to write x equals to. So if you just write 1.5 or 3 over 2, 0 marks. Next, maximum height reached by ball. So this happens when the x value is the line of symmetry. So we already said x is 1.5, right? Substitute inside, 1 mark, 12.25 or 12 and 1/4 units. Okay, next one. Question 2a, factorizing. So this is a case where your coefficient of x squared is negative. So as long as the coefficient is not a positive 1, as long as there's something in front of your x squared, you need to factorize it out first. So this is the method that I taught you. And this is how we mark it. If you show your negative x minus 2 squared, that is 1 mark. That constant at the end plus 1, that is also 1 mark.
Since it's negative over here, why we don't need to write negative? It's like negative for x equal.
Which part you
It's like when we factorize out it's negative 4, why we don't need to write negative?
Why would you write negative 4? Wow, you're okay. Yeah, you don't write negative 4 where?
Then negative. Why you write negative?
Because this is a positive. This is negative 4 over 2 means square, you get positive 4.
No, like here is negative.
Oh.
Then I thought here is a positive sign.
This one you obviously you understand, huh? This one you understand why you are adding this part?
Yeah.
You understand why you want to take away the same thing?
Yeah.
You see, this one same, right? Same.
Yeah.
Also right. Then the positive 3 and the positive 3 same, right?
Yeah.
These two, equals they're supposed to be equal, right?
Correct.
Same. You understand why you need to add this part? To complete the square?
Yeah, correct.
If you add this thing, you must take it away also. So that they can remain equal.
Yeah, take away negative.
You took away exactly the same thing. What did you add? Negative 4 over 2 squared.
Yeah.
So you take away negative 4 over 2 squared. That was your question.
Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, any questions on completing a square? No question asked. If not, can I have a show of hands? Who got this one correct? Who got this one correct? 1, 2 only. 2 correct only. That means part B all wrong, Still the coordinates of the turning point. If you get part A wrong, then part B wrong, correct? So that's the lesson here. You must know how to complete the square. Especially when there is a coefficient in front of the x squared that is not positive 1. Huh? I also don't know how you get it back. And you lucky, You shouldn't be lah. Okay, I'm going to ask one last time. Who needs me to go through 2A? Completing a square. Okay, coordinates or turning point. Once you manage to get a completed square form, it happens when x is equal to 2. And then your perfect square will be equal to 0. Therefore, 0 plus 1 is 1. Sketch the graph. So if you cannot do A properly, you also cannot get an answer in part C. Okay, so here is our graph. It is x, y intercept correctly shown. That means I must see the negative 3, 1 and 3. That is 1 mark. You give it the correct shape and the turning point. Another 1 mark. So 2 mark question. Okay, I label the coordinates of the turning point. When you are sketching a graph, you must show me all intercepts as well as turning points. this one. This was our first topic in Sec 5 when you all were still very motivated. Then got do homework. Then don't kind of leave blank during the test. Yes. Anybody needs more time for part C? Yes, question? Yes. 2A. I go past 2A, I keep asking whether need help or not, then don't want to say. Does anybody need me to go through question 2A? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Your answer is what? Negative 4 over 2 plus 3.
I thought that's negative 4.
Okay, I do on the board for you all to see. Okay, listen, even if you know how to do it, you check whether you really understand or not. Because we went through this before, you all were supposed to know it, but just not only 2 people get it correct. So y equals to negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. Look at the coefficient of x squared. As long as it is not like this, you cannot just start on your completing square. If the coefficient of x squared is 1, just go ahead and do your completing square as usual. But as long as there's something in front, you need to factorize it out. What is the coefficient today? What is this coefficient? Negative 1. You factorize out negative 1. After you factorize out negative 1, it looks like this. X squared minus 4x plus 3. Agree? There's a change in sign everything. Now you are able to complete the square here because the coefficient of x squared is positive 1. Everything else stays the same. You just focus on the inside. X squared minus 4x plus your negative 4 over 2, you square it. Since you added something new, for them to be equal, you need to take it away again. Take away negative 4 over 2 squared. Don't forget the plus 3.
I see you never write the negative over.
I didn't write the negative sign inside the bracket, right?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
There is.
What's the difference? If I put negative inside, right? This is negative 2, right? Negative 2 squared is. What's negative 2 squared?
4.
Positive 4, right? I didn't put negative sign over there. What is the value inside? 4 over 2 is 2, right? 2 squared is still 4. Whether I write the negative sign or not doesn't matter. But if you want to be really complete, want to really go step by step, follow everything up, you should put a negative sign because it came from this coefficient of x. Okay? Inside this square, it doesn't matter. If you want to write, you want to write, up to you. What? Wait, haven't yet. Yeah. So far, everybody okay? Sue, okay? What? You calculate what? Not plus 1? Okay, you wait. Everybody seems to have that question. I don't know why. This step okay or not, everybody? Yes, Next, negative bracket. Watch. Completing the square. First 3 terms. X plus or minus? Plus or minus? The coefficient here is negative, right? So that is the reason why I put a negative here. It is a minus 2 square. Any questions so far for the first 3 terms? Left how many terms? This one, right? What is this? Negative. So inside this bracket is negative 2. You square, it becomes positive 4. Positive 4 with a negative sign becomes minus 3, right? Minus 4, right? Minus 4 plus 3 is? Minus 4 plus 3 is? Negative 1. Is this what you are keep trying to tell me? Mr. Wong, my calculator say -1. Is it or not? That's what you're trying to say, is it? Have I finished or not? Oh yeah, there's two more steps, right? Yeah. Negative x minus 2 squared plus 1. This is the calculator square law. Any questions? What happens if my coefficient looks like this? Y equals to 8x squared plus 4x minus 3. Can I straight away complete the square? Cannot. Factorize out the 8. 8 bracket x squared plus 4x. 4x minus 3 like that. Then you factorize out 8x squared. Yay, correct. 32x, wrong. Now, what is this supposed to be? What is it? Half. It is 4 over 8. Such that when you take 8 times 4 over 8, you get 4. In the same way, what belongs here? Negative 3 over 8. So that when you take 8 times 3 over 8, you get 3. Understand? Now from here, this is simplified to become half. And then you can go ahead and factorize complete square inside the bracket. Okay? If you do finish your homework, you let me know. Finish already? You don't see your right on the way. Next. Question 3. Here we have a rectangular playground with the dimensions as shown. Perimeter less than 60, area more than 112. Form two inequalities. Okay, so perimeter. This is me forming the inequality up. 8x plus 12 less than 60. That's one inequality. And then find the range. Okay, then based on the perimeter, we get x is less than 6. So this segment, you get one method mark. Next segment, it says area. 4x minus 2 times 8. When you multiply them together, the area is supposed to be greater than 112. After that, you solve, you get x greater than 4. So x is supposed to be less than 6, and yet x is supposed to be more than 4. What does it look like? This. X is somewhere between 4 and 6. Yes? What? What you say? X is greater than 6 but less than 4. Wait, let me think about it. X is greater than 6. But x is less than 4. Do you still agree with what you just said? Something wrong, right? You cannot have x more than 6 or less than 4. Alright, wrong. So careless is it? Then don't make careless mistake. Any questions? No? Hence, state the integer value of x. What is integer? Whole number. Positive, negative, as well as 0. So what's the integer value? 5. Question 4. Solve inequality. Okay, so this one you need to separate up. You do it them separately. On the left hand side, as long as you have x greater than 1 over 16, I give you 1 mark already. I close eye, I don't need to see everything here. What? Where's the one?
I wrote negative x is smaller than negative 1 over 16.
Where got negative x and negative 1 over 16?
I mean, instead of writing positive over,
negative x less than negative 1 over 16? Yeah, okay. You just need to do one more step to show me the x value. I'm not asking you for negative x. Okay, then on the other side, you will get fraction. You have to combine fraction together and then you remove it. I will give you 1 mark for removing the fraction correctly. 1 mark for removing the fraction correctly. Meaning, you end up with something like this line over here. And then after that, x less than or equal to 8 over 5. That's your third mark. So far, 3 marks. Any questions? Especially this portion. Where? Especially this portion. Look, on the right hand side, I combine without expanding. Right? I end up with x plus 1 minus 2 times of x minus 3. I believe some of you might be very impatient such that from the first step, right? Oh, denominator is 4. So I skip one step. I write down x plus 1 minus 2x minus 6. Did you write minus 6? Or do you end up with positive 6? Okay, did anybody end up with you look at this last positive 6 over there? Did anybody end up with a negative 6? Be honest, every year sure got people end up with negative 6. Anybody? Who is it? Zhiwei, is it you again? Anybody got negative 6? Really, I must go and see everybody. Positive 6? Right. No 6 at all. Positive 6? Okay. Positive 6. Positive 6. You? I see minus 6. I knew it. Sure, so how do you get negative 6? You didn't combine first. You tried to expand. And that is how you get negative 6. Okay? Learn from it. Okay, so combining the two solutions together, x is greater than 1 over 16, and yet it is less than or equal to 8 over 5. Anybody has the numbers the other way around? That means you write 8 over 5 first, then you write 1 over 16? No? Next. Represent on the number line. Okay, so this is what it looks like. 1 mark. I allow ECF error carry forward for this question. That means if your part A was wrong, but your format is still the same. I got lower bound or upper bound, I will still give you mark. Don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. Part C, largest rational value of x. Rational. So you know what rational number sign, you know prime numbers, so and so forth. So you know 5 over here. Done. No? Right? Okay, so I will end the recording first,